Hello, everyone. The quietest ride and the loudest lesson. This took place many moons ago. I was picking up the passenger. It was a lady on a Friday evening. It was late. She had just got off work. Seemed she was working at a warehouse, from what I recall. Now she had on her headphones prior to getting in my car. She spoke when she got in time, and right after that, she put her headphones back in her ears. Now, the commute was only 15 minutes, but it was the loudest lesson because though she only said hello, and she didn't say it in a rude manner, she just said it like she had a long day. And though she said nothing after that, except when leaving my vehicle, she illustrated that sometimes a person don't want to be bothered. Sometimes a person just wants to rest. And most times, communication is nonverbal rather than verbal. I'll use her as an example. Though she spoke, her nonverbal cues for that was she had a day that kicked her ass. That's just what it was, point blank, period. And since I understood that, I didn't force the issue. I didn't even try speaking myself. But again, the quietest ride and the loudest lesson was just to, give people their space, let people focus on their next move, or just resting and not thinking at all. And I know this was the case because I've had rides before where the passenger was comfortable talking to me, and the ride started out just as this one did, and I didn't say anything, and the passenger took it on himself to thank me for just letting them rest and stay in their zone and not trying to talk to them and ask them a lot of questions. And he was stating at the time that that usually isn't the case. Back to the woman that I picked up from the warehouse that had a long, long day. You know, what she taught me in that lesson was that most people are like that. Most people have days upon days, and it gets to a point where they just need to take out some time for themselves and to do their thing. They may want to go travel somewhere. They may just want to get to a point where they can just focus on what they need to execute through their action and look at their plan and see how that is progressing. I know some people wouldn't phantom that. Some people have to always be around people, um, and if that's how they want to play it, then that's how they want to play it. And there's nothing wrong with that because there's the other side of people who don't want to be around people. And I think there's a healthy down the middle. I believe that you can spend a great deal with people, going out to different events, different places, spending time with family and friends, even significant others. But there is a period, it may just be an hour of a day, 45 minutes, or 48 to 72 hours that a person really needs to themselves just to get everything back in order, get everything back in motion. Excuse me, because after all, we're all human. We aren't robots. Another loud lesson from the quietest ride that I took was that, just continue to have patience. I believe on that ride, there was a lot of traffic, but it didn't get the best of me. I just stayed even keeled because I knew that, hey, me blowing my horn isn't going to help anything because the person in front of me, they don't want to be stuck like how we were stuck in that bumper to bumper traffic. And come to find out, there was a big collision, and that's why we were stuck. That would have been what I deem unnecessary stress. because there's already things that happen in life that's in our control and outside our control that require us to respond in an even kill manner. So by the time I dropped her off, I was ready to be done with the app and go home. But along that journey home, hell, I didn't even cut no music on. I just was in my thoughts thinking about how the day went. I was grateful and appreciative that, there was no car collisions, there was no passengers getting in the back seat, acting like Romulans, just acting indecent. So I was another day where I got a W, and I was very fortunate. And then when I got home, you know, I rest, and then I caught up with some people, and I believe the reason that was because that quiet ride and the loudest lesson, and the fact that it took about an hour for me to get home. I was able to just think and reflect on that day, because that day and how things played out wasn't guaranteed, and that was beauty in that. So I just wanted to bring you all this video today. I want to thank you all for listening. You all continue to have a great day, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.